Hey everyone, my name is Johannie, and I will be your new source for anything and everything love, sex, and relationship related on this YouTube channel. So today we're going to answer a few questions that were submitted to us, and we'll be doing it every week, once a week. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I've heard just about everything. Alright, so our first question is about roommate obsession. I'm secretly in love with my housemate, but he has no idea. Should I tell him how I feel? I can't stop thinking about him. I sneak into his room and stroke his face while he's sleeping. I sniff his underwear and lie in his bed naked when he's not in. I even use his toothbrush. I just want to feel close to him. Alright, so I'm just going to go out on a whim and say that you've already developed a strong friendship with your roommate. You guys go out together, you hang out with the same people, and little by little you've started to develop really strong feelings for him. But the way that you're acting is not the way to approach your emotional state. I feel like it is best to sit down and talk with him, because the fact that you haven't has created this really unhealthy obsession, which has led to developing habits that are really inappropriate. And you know, using his toothbrush, that's really unhygienic. So you might want to tone it down just a little bit. I would definitely consider seeing a therapist and talking about it with your therapist, because the way your behavior itself is not normal. Nobody approaches somebody they like in that manner. And you'll notice that there will be long-term consequences if you don't resolve those minor issues now. If, let's say, your roommate finds out that you're going through his things when he's not home and sniffing his underwear and using his toothbrush, he could kick you out of the house and put a restraining order on you, and that could ruin the friendship that you already developed with this person. So if it means a lot to you, then you really need to understand that you've developed this unhealthy obsession that's borderline psychotic. So it's just about confronting yourself, telling yourself, hey, what I'm doing is not normal, it's wrong. I really need to break out of it, break out of those habits, and face your emotions as an adult. And the way to go about doing that is by being really open and honest with your roommate. Although I would not tell him about some of the creepy things that you've been doing, because he may not understand. So I would just tell him about the way that you feel, and maybe once that's out of the cage, you'll tone down on some of the creepy things that you've been doing when he's not home. Alright, I hope that answer helps. So, next question. How do I stop masturbating at night? I have been trying to stop masturbating, but I find it really hard to sleep without doing it before I go to bed. Has anyone have any advice? I think what you're doing is completely normal. I masturbate before I go to bed every night because it helps me relax. You know, masturbating can be a really healthy, exercise. It releases endorphins into your bloodstream that, make you feel drowsy and sleepy. So if you think about it, it's definitely the healthier alternative than taking over-the-counter sleep aids that could have side effects. I mean, I think the healthiest over-the-counter sleep aid would be melatonin, but that's created more to regulate your sleep pattern, and not something that you would depend on to go to sleep, because the long-term effect of taking too much melatonin is memory loss. So think about it. Average person masturbates about 8 times a week. There's 7 days in the week, so I think you're good to go. Next question. Is a 4-inch penis erect the average size for a 21-year-old? No. Hate to break it to you, but the average size penis flaccid in an adult is about 3.8 inches. And the average size adult penis for ages 20 and over erect is 6.1 inches. So being that you have a 4-inch hard dick, you have about the penis size of a 14-year-old. Congratulations, you have a small dick. Next question. My boyfriend's penis hurts. My boyfriend told me his whole penis hurts, but not his sack. There's a sharp pain that hurts all the time. I don't have any STDs, and we have unprotected sex. What's causing it? I would definitely seek going to a urologist. Definitely go to a professional. The most advice I can give you now is to examine the area. If you notice that there is a bend at the tip of the penis when it's hard, then there could be a penile fracture that was caused by doing some weird position, injuring the penis. It could also be prostatitis, which is an inflammation of the prostate gland. So if the pain derives close to the bladder, that could be it. But definitely go see a professional, since I can only give you so much information. Alright. Next question. When's the right time to put on the condom? This could always be a really awkward thing for people, because it's like you're in this passionate, intimate moment and all you want to do is fuck, and it's like, oh wait, I gotta go grab the rubber. So most guys are pretty like slick about it, and they'll like, you know, dig their hand into their back pocket and whip out their wallet when, you know, they're making out with a girl, and they'll like flick it open with one hand, and like, you know, they'll have all these like crazy techniques to get it out and like even break it open with one hand. So I think the best way to master it is to just kind of know how to use one hand and use the other hand to keep the moment alive. Practice makes perfect. Alright, so those are all the questions for today. Feel free to send me anything and everything you want to ask me. No question is too wild. So, yeah, I hope my advice was good for you guys, and have a happy Thursday.